Okay.
So, we're live, I believe. Michigan Township Board meeting will come to order. Thanks for coming tonight. So once we get the minutes read, then I'll have Jeff Klein, I invited him to go over. We had some questions the last time about the grass truck, so I thought I'd have the chief come and inform more in detail. So, Jeff, go ahead with the minutes. And then
Sure. The Michigan Township Board met September 8th, 2025 at 6 p.m. in the trustee office for a public hearing on the 2026 budget and a regular meeting. Present were Nick Bales, Ruby Bales, Matt Saha, Jeff Strong. Matt Midden was absent. There were no guests present. Minutes of the January 30th meeting were read. Matt moved to accept the minutes. Jeff seconded. Motion carried. Minutes of the June 2nd meeting were read. Matt moved to accept. Jeff seconded. Motion carried. In old business, Nick reported that Michigan Town was looking at their options in regards to their proposed building. Nick reported that there was only one bid on the grass rig for Station 7, a CCI out of Canada. There was discussion, concern as to why only one bid and why it was coming from Canada and future servicing needs. Nick said he would try to get more info. For the proposed 2026 budget, $9,000 rainy day fund, $45,000.
it's not me.
Sorry. Sorry.
Electronic.
$45,000 township general, $12,000 for relief, $200,000 fire cum, $275,000 fire fund general. The new required capital improvement plan as part of House Bill 1 was discussed. It is new. There are still several unanswered questions, directions, guidance on what can or can't be done. As part of the plan, the main items for future needs at the old school repairs or if necessary. Demolition, maybe something at the Little League was also discussed. Nick will try to get more questions answered before our next meeting on the 22nd, as it will be advertised to adopt the capital improvement plan, which is to be done by September 30th. With no other business, Matt Saha moved to adjourn. Jeff seconded. Meeting was adjourned.
Motion to adopt the minutes.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, Jeff from the Michigan Township Fire Department is going to be here or is here to answer some questions on the grass truck and some what was mentioned in the minutes that we didn't really have anybody submit a bid. So, well, we did. I guess there was one, wasn't it?
Oh, really? No bids?
No,
Well, what was that?
I reached back out to the
That's
first company
right.
I talked to.
That's right. Yeah, for the time that was allotted back in May, that was published in the paper, we did not get any interest
Okay.
from that. And then following that, Jeff did follow up. So you're on the, go ahead, Jeff.
So
Follow up.
what do you want?
Well, let's start from that point. We didn't get any bids.
Okay,
and start there.
I'll just kind of start at the beginning. The company that I usually deal with equipment with is called Donnelly Fire Safety. They are a salesman for CET. So that's where I got the original specs and drawing from the truck. Then we tweaked them to make it what we wanted. I took a bunch of stuff off that we didn't need, didn't want. And then when it was advertised for bid in the legal posting, nobody bid. It was really strange. Reached back out to Donnelly's. I said, okay, he had given me an original bid, but that was a long time ago. I said, I don't know if you guys missed it, and it may have been a miscommunication between me and Donnelly's salesman. Like, I can't remember if I told him, don't worry, I'll send you a set of specs or something. But I reached back out to them to give me an updated price, which they did, because the first price was the chassis was going to be a 2025. So the updated bid price is a 2026 chassis, but it's still the 2025 price. With no other bids at the last territory board meeting, there were some suggestions to try to reach out to a few others, which I did. I reached out to another company that builds them in Wisconsin. They gave me a bid, but it wasn't a truck that met our specs. It wasn't configured what we wanted, which was more expensive anyway. I reached out to another company out of Fort Wayne. They never returned a phone call or email. And the other company that's local, he had never built that kind of truck before. He didn't want us to be his guinea pig and make us mad if we didn't like it, which I respect that. So that's where we stand. That's the only reason we got one bid. This company is out of Canada, which isn't uncommon for fire apparatus. They're built everywhere. I did ask about tariffs. He said there is no tariff. So that was out of the question. So we're just down to the one bid. So if you have any other questions, that's the history.
I do.
What's that?
Well, you mentioned guinea pig. That caught my attention.
That's a done deal. That's different.
What do you mean that's different?
It's to another guy.
That's a different guy.
I know, but nobody wants to bid on the truck because it's a guinea pig
No,
or something.
one guy
this-
didn't want to because when you put super single wheels on a truck, there's a lot of changing to
Well,
the front end.
Jeff, you have to back up. I don't even know what kind of truck we're really talking about under the grass rig.
Well, Nick had a set of specs and drawing.
Well, I didn't show the drawing specs to the,
Instead of
What is it? F550?
it's a 550 chassis, but we're not putting dual wheels like the old one. It's like bigger flotation tires, which raises the truck and they're bigger.
Oh, okay.
tires.
Well, I didn't.
So the front end has to be changed and the wheel wells. It's kind of a process because it's not just a normal pickup chassis.
Well, I realize that. But
Big
why is
tires on
that?
the front too?
Pardon?
Putting big tires on the front too?
Yeah, all four will be the same.
And that's
size.
uncommon.
For a fire truck, yes. This is something that's not been out on the market too many years.
Hmm.
The
Basically, it's
super
giving
singles.
them opportunity to go further than a single axle.
Yeah, it will
Compaction's different.
Well, yeah, but I didn't
not near
realize
as
that
likely to
was
get
the-
stuck in soft ground.
It's basically putting a lift kit on it.
In simple terms, yeah, it's a version of a lift kit. And then with the bigger tires, the front wheel wells have to be trimmed a little bit.
It's kind of like a small Sprinter, like you see in the code.
And McGinley Fire Apparatus in Lebanon had never built one. He researched it, just didn't feel comfortable doing one. That's the one, he didn't want us to be the guinea pig. He's the one that built our tanker,
Right.
which we love. Did an excellent job. And he just didn't want us to not be satisfied with something for him being the first time builder of one, which I respect that. I'd rather him say, no, I don't want to build it because I'm not sure of what I'm doing.
No, I get it. And you gotta have tools tooled up to do some of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of change in, like in front axle and stuff.
So what's the price on the one you've got a bid on?
The last price was $214,514.
That's turnkey.
Yes. The other,
From,
that's from CET.
That's the Twp one.
CEC,
CET.
not CIC,
Yeah,
CEC.
CET.
Okay. That's why I could never find anything except from Florida.
Oh, yeah.
So is that, what does that stand for?
You know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure. It's not in any of their stuff.
Yeah.
As far as maintenance or warranty work, if there is a problem, they contract with somebody else. They don't have to go back to Canada for a repair or a replacement or warranty work.
So pumps would be go through by your local guys.
Yeah,
that you use.
Yeah,
Same way with the front end forward.
yeah.
Okay, another question that was brought up last time was used equipment. You know, well, what's
Well,
the possibility on that? Because
Probably
Forrest got a, used one there.
here's my, if it was a personal truck, I would buy a used one, but when lives and people's properties depending on something, I'm not a big used fan. Let me tell you a little story about Forrest truck when they bought it. They went up by Goshen area, I believe, bought it, brought it home. That afternoon they brought it home. We were at the high school training that day. One of them called me and said, "Hey, we got a new grass truck. We want to bring it by and show it to you." I said, "Okay, we're out to high school, bring it out." So they brought it out. We filled it with water, started the pump, and the pump's cracked. So there's already issues with it when they bought it that they didn't know. As soon as they started the pump was spraying water onto the exhaust manifold, and I assume they got it fixed. I don't know, but that's already costing the pump, which isn't huge on that truck. But and I think they had to do some other tweaking to their liking, and I don't know what other repairs, but that just scares me. One department gets rid of a truck for a reason, and it's usually not because it's 2 years old and they got a whole lot of money and they want to buy another new one, if you know what I mean.
Was it just 2 years old?
Oh, no, it was older than that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't remember what year it was. But they also bought a crew cab, which
Yeah.
I have two questions,
is not a good idea.
whenever you get to them.
Okay.
Just curious, why did you go outside of the duals versus, and then is anybody else done?
Yeah, I researched that, Jeff.
Okay.
I talked to other departments that has went to that type of a truck. They love it.
Okay.
And the two big things they love is higher off the ground, and it's more flotation with that type of tires.
Sure.
With duals, you pack them with mud,
Well, yeah, you're right.
and then you're done.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
we did that last year with ours. We
Okay.
got-
Well, I mean, I'm
Brush
so
truck.
I'm so far out of the.
just like
Yeah.
taking your truck,
just
it's no
want-
different than mine. Once that diesel hits soft dirt, you're
Yeah.
stuck.
Well, I know.
I understand.
You just never see.
Rossville's got one.
Okay. Well, thank you.
And I went and looked at theirs a couple of years ago when
All
I
right.
started this. Well,
Okay.
about 5 years ago when I started this. I talked to other departments that went with them. They said there's no comparison between the standard duals and
Well, probably
Super-
not. I can only imagine
And-
going across the.
I don't know if I mentioned this ever before, but we did not want a diesel. One, that's 10 grand more right off the top. And two, it's a heavier truck.
Yeah.
We want to keep it light for soft ground. So we stayed with a gas and a gas engine pump. That way we don't have to carry a gas can. We can plumb it into the truck.
What about tracks?
Tracks, like railroad tracks or what are they?
tracks, like.
Oh, never seen one of them. Not on a fire truck.
No, I don't know, they put them on everything, but I don't know how many miles. They're good, I mean, I don't know speed and.
Yeah, I've seen them on like,
Yeah, I mean-
I won't say monster trucks, but fixed up pickup trucks.
Steers, combines, they all have.
Yeah,
I know they sell them for tracks, but I don't know how great they are on roads. Gravel roads, absolutely, but paved roads, I don't know. Wouldn't think it'd be any different with tractors, but I don't know. I know I wouldn't want, for what you're wanting to do with it, Dooley would not, I agree with what you're saying on that.
That mud gets in there and you'd have to have dynamite to blow it.
and, well, like I said, last year we went, and they even told us go way out around this area, and we went beyond where they told us, and we still buried it. We had to dump the water off and get a tractor to get it out.
Now, how much storage, water capacity is it able to hold?
I can't remember if that was spec'd out. Give me a minute and I'll tell you. I can't remember if it was 300 or 400 gallon. It's gonna take me it's 400 gallon.
And you have like a joystick inside that you maneuver the,
This truck, will have capability of one person operating it, which a lot of times that's all we have for 15 minutes or so, which is a remote control nozzle mounted out front. You can run it with a joystick inside the truck, not being the smoke, the stuff blowing at you and all that stuff. It's also got 2 seats facing each side right behind the cab. And they call it man wells, with bucket seats that you're harnessed in and man saver bars so you can't fall out. Which is, initially I wasn't even gonna put seats on it, but when I seen this truck at the FDIC, I thought, okay, I'm okay with that type of safety. And seat alarms, if they come out of the seat or stand up, the driver knows something's wrong. So each side would have, each seat on each side also has a hose.
and they're completely exposed, to the outer elements.
Not as bad as what we have now, but
Okay.
they're more protected in this than what we have, because they're not protected at all.
Yeah. Is the grass truck, to make it more versatile, is there other possibilities it could be used for other emergencies? Like a wreck or I'm just trying to, spread our money out a little further of not just,
Well, what we could use this one for, which is, I'm not a big advocate of it, but we get hung with it from time to time, is either blocking roads or directing traffic. Instead of setting a big fire engine, better we could use that and put, 3 or 4 traffic in.
Suppose if, God forbid, headed down to the creek, in case somebody put their car in the creek, you can.
Glad you mentioned that. The other reason that we spec'd this truck the way we did, we have 2 houses that's off grid. And the only way you can get to it is a vehicle the size of a pickup truck. One is across a creek. You gotta cross the creek to get to it. So this truck is spec'd to where we can park in the creek, throw a hard section in the creek and fight the fire. We have a couple that we can't cross bridges or get to.
so how long a hose reel does it have?
The hose reel is 100 foot, if I remember right. I don't know if I can find that real quick or not.
But they tie other hose onto it,
Yeah,
go on.
the hose reel is 100 foot, but we'll have other outlets that will carry just rolled up hand lines, like Jeff said,
Yeah.
and we can go 200 foot. So like those off the grid houses or the houses that we can't cross the bridge at, that's the truck we would use.
How many brush fires we had the last 10 years? I mean, is that a common?
We average, you say brush fires, but field fires, brush fires, I think we've been averaging about 7 a year. And some of them are mutual aid calls to other departments. Like last year, we had a huge standing corn field fire up by Rossville. But they had, I think, 4 or 5 grass trucks fighting it.
Have you had any this fall yet?
Not yet, not good. We did have a wheat field combine fire in wheat season. Wasn't nothing major, but
So you figure that over 10 years, or just call it, the other one's what, 78, 7?
it's a 79 chassis with a 70 pump.
So figure it out. Over the long term,
Well,
Yeah, this truck will last.
I feel better now. Who built Rossville's? Just,
They had theirs built up by the place that I tried to get a bid from up by Fort Wayne.
oh, okay.
And I got online, sent them the request, sent them emails, never heard nothing back, huh?
can we,
Which was bizarre, but
I hate to say it, but can we reach out to them, try again? This whole Canada thing is what bugs me, because
well, I have tried them twice. I gave them 10 days the first time and tried them again. Well, I assume they're still in business. They still have a website, but
you emailed them, nothing back.
and even at that, Matt,
Well, it's no different buying anything. I mean,
well, what I was getting ready to say, even if this Fort Wayne company, if you had warranty work, they'd probably send us to somebody more local, just like CDT would.
Is RPI in business?
Yes, and I am not going there.
Yeah, well, I just.
Not after the way they treated me the last 2 times with the rescue truck and cost us money. And give them no more of our money. Well, and I just talked to somebody Saturday that they've had their fire truck over there for 3 weeks and they can't even figure out what's wrong with it. So I don't know what's happened to their truck shop, but
I think that's everywhere now.
well, and you're probably right.
Well, that clears up a few questions. I don't know, any other, Matt, you got any?
If this truck's gonna last all of our life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it surely will. I mean,
was that, when the last grass truck, was that new or used when?
It was new. The chassis was new. They bought it in 79 and made it a grass truck / rescue truck. Because that's when we first, or I wasn't even on yet.
yeah.
That's when they first bought the Hearst tools, the extrication tools, and they needed a truck to put it on. The trustee at the time said, I'll buy this truck with a utility bed. And then they put the tank and pump in the back of it, so it was a dual truck, which is good and bad because it got beat to death, carrying a lot of weight, bouncing through cornfields.
Single axle.
Yeah, and it was just a straight ton truck.
Yeah.
Then in, I can't remember what year it was, the compartments completely rusted out. Well, it was around 2006, because that's when we bought the new chassis and old box and made the rescue truck that we got now. We took the utility body off the grass truck because it was just rotted out. And the department themselves bought the aluminum flatbed and put on the chassis. We got the tank donated and used the old pump. We built the truck ourselves in 2006 timeframe.
Are we gonna sell this truck, or what's gonna happen to this truck? Auction it, or
That's up to you guys. I don't want it.
pack it out? looking out behind Bale's house or? Well, I don't know.
I mean,
At least they're not asking for a fire station.
I don't need one of them. Unless you want to give me one, I'll take a bigger one, but I'm not asking for anything like that.
well, obviously, if we can get anything out of the old truck,
Yeah, that's what I'm
that'd be
saying.
great, but
I know the one truck before you was trustee, we set it out front and they took sealed bids on it. That's how they got rid of it. And I don't even remember what they got out of it.
I'd say open it up and put it on. A lot of those things sell for just square bodies, so
A lot of people love those square bodies.
right, yeah. Oh, I'm fine with me.
it's rust free. It's rust free, virtually rust free.
Rust free?
It's
Yeah,
Oh, no.
79?
floorboards going on.
Yeah, rocker panels, front wheel.
Cab
wells.
cord.
Yeah, that's
But
nothing.
You really don't see it on the outside.
Right, yeah.
It's more when you open the door type thing or look in the wheel wells.
Well,
It had the engine replaced once. I can't remember what year that was, but, well, that would have been around 2004 or 5 probably.
I'd like to see Crossville's. Let's get a picture of it.
I would see them, and they're nice to.
Do you guys haven't seen a drawing of this truck?
Mm.
Yeah.
It's more than long. And you said it's good, it's gonna be a gasser?
Yes. There's all the pictures, all the schematics.
People squeeze.
Keep that located.
Yeah.
You look at it. You know more about it than I will.
I see yours.
It's not really, I mean, I do and I don't, but I mean, by the picture, it looks like it has regular tires on it.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
Uh-uh.
Okay. Well, I expect them to be like freaking 3 foot wide or,
So they're pretty good size.
oh, okay,
Yeah, they'll be about this wide
okay, well,
and
that's pretty,
tall.
yeah. Well, hell, the governor's gonna make us spend money, so we might as well,
But that shows all the compartments. I still got, well, we did receive some free equipment from DNR that will already go on this, and I've filled out another grant for the rest of the loose equipment that will go on it. So we're not having to buy nozzles and rakes and stuff like that. Because the DNR already gave us a backpack blower and a chainsaw.
oh, here you go.
Looks like you've done your work.
I
Yeah. I mean,
don't know how much more I can do.
I mean, you can't. I'm just shocked that nobody.
Well, really, in my
I mean, I am
opinion,
and I'm not. I mean, anymore, it's a freaking whole new economy, a whole
And I went,
new world that,
yeah,
I mean,
I had our attorney, Rich Stevens, submit it to make sure.
Rick
and-
Martin. Rick Martin.
Martin, sorry. Rick Martin to submit it, and I called him back, and secretary said, yeah, and I've got publication that was published
well,
in the paper.
Who gets the paper? in?
Well, that stuff goes out on websites and
Showed
stuff.
up at my house the other day.
Those companies look at that and,
There's paper in the buggy.
And there's companies that just have nothing but people look
mhm,
for bids. And it could be, you know,
It sounds feeling.
either they got more business they can take care of right now, or it is a specialized truck, because you're changing it up to the super single, so there's a lot of people that don't build that. Or there's not enough profit margin in it for a lot of companies.
yeah, well, yeah.
Because you're not
that's
building,
true,
you're not building a $900,000.
Right, yeah,
Well, the trucks, you know, we all know it's 80,000 just for the truck.
yeah,
So
right,
I would say you're close.
yeah,
The one that we bought for the town was, I want to say 67,000. And it was 2 years ago, which is the same chassis, other than the wheels.
Any other questions for Jeff?
I don't.
No question.
I'm
All good.
way more comfortable like
Was you nervous?
that. Well, yeah, because I mean, I've done a little research. I obviously had the wrong information to an extent with the company, but that's all right. But I just got to think, when you mentioned guinea pig, it's like,
No, that's just what Pat said. He said, Jeff, I don't want you to be my guinea pig with something I've never built before.
that's fine. I
And
mean,
I don't want you
totally
mad
see
at
that.
us, which I
Well,
respect.
We're
Right.
still trying to do business with them. We want to build, you know, they're closed, so
Yeah.
that's where we would suggest buying a truck.
no, I just meant that it's like, oh my God, it's the first one that's been built. And,
No.
so,
So it would be
no,
for him.
well,
Would be
yeah,
for him.
right, but there's one in Rossville similar, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I've looked at a lot of them, you know, at FDIC, different departments. Took the pros and cons from all the ones that have them to make this one. You know, what did you like, didn't like? What would you do different if you did it again, type thing.
Mhm.
Which some of them said, well, ours is a little too tall. They didn't like the height of the bed and operating the pump. Because it wasn't here, it was more here.
Okay, yeah.
So that's the reason we refigured the pump mounting and didn't put on as big tires and stuff like that. Then when you get the truck higher, that makes your compartments higher.
Yeah,
For a short guy,
well,
that makes it.
Yeah, I can't get out of the bed in my truck now, so.
I fall out of my pickup truck. I mean, it's just,
So you're not putting a ladder on the tail of the mud.
no, out of the driver's seat. What do you mean?
I just slip out. Controlled fall.
Yeah, it's hard on the seat if you,
Well, I'll buy a new seat. I don't have any other choice.
Hmm?
It's hard stepping on those sideboards.
okay.
Yeah, I don't have. I'm sure we'll
I
be.
feel a lot better than,
If you'd been 10 minutes later that morning, texting me, it'd have been too late. Because I was gonna call that company and say,
Yeah.
get started. And all of a sudden he sends me a text, hold off. Ooh, that was close.
Well, I'm glad.
Well, I think we just wanted a little more information, but I don't think it was a big deal.
no,
I mean, yeah, it probably put us off. We should have probably had an emergency meeting on it if that was, I didn't know it was that big of a deal.
I was okay. I mean, if you have questions, I want you to ask.
Well, I would call you, or we would. I just don't think, I think we wanted to had a few questions like about the used one and what's out there. I agree with what you're saying. I wouldn't want to buy a used combine.
Yeah.
no, yeah, anymore.
If it's a year-old truck or
Anymore.
something.
I mean,
Yeah, maybe, but there's still.
anymore, there can't be that much good use to.
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't have a problem with buying new. As long
I
as we
don't
know
either.
what we want. I was hoping that the guys out in Lebanon would do it, but
I was too.
It's easy, you know,
Cause I know they'd be quicker, a lot quicker.
what's the turnaround on it if we say yay?
I don't know. I haven't asked that, cause that kinda like changes constantly.
So do you know, I mean, before, like, the past truck, part of the payment for the chassis and then the rest of the work, or?
I have not asked that question, but normally when they order the chassis, you pay for the chassis upon delivery and then the balance when it's delivered. I don't know if this company's that way or not, but every time that I've dealt with a fire truck anywhere, that's always been the deal. But I can ask.
I guess it's like a work van. Yeah, I guess all the service beds I put on, or that I've had them put them on, we didn't have to pay for it till they're done, but like you said, a chassis is a whole different deal. Somebody's gonna pay for it.
Mhm.
Now, is part of the metallurgy, is that aluminum or stainless steel, or what's your specs on that?
Most of the body, not the chassis,
Yeah,
most of the body will be aluminum.
aluminum, okay.
Has this company done any other trucks in any of the area that you know of, Jeff?
Not close. Advance is the closest one that I know of.
Okay. But you have
Not
talked
that
to
far.
them and the work that they've done for them, you've
Yep.
talked to them
I've
about.
talked to the Advance fire chief. No issues there with it, so.
Okay,
Let's see what I found.
well, if there's no other questions,
Motions for me.
What do we need to do? We need to do anything or what?
well, if you,
Yes?
if
You
you're,
want to vote on it?
if you're comfortable having a motion before the
I
meeting.
motion to accept the new fire brush truck,
Second.
grass truck.
I hear a second.
Second,
Okay.
third, fourth.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay.
So I can call them off.
What'd you say the price was?
$215.
We voted on 214, right?
214, 514.
Okay, that's,
And hopefully that's still the same price.
Well,
It couldn't be too far
I'm
off.
sure, but
That's about a 45, 60 day old price now,
No.
I would think. I'll try to hold them to it.
this could be a 26 chassis.
It'd be a 26 F550 Super Duty chassis.
That'd be a nice truck.
All right, well, appreciate you coming out.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, I thank you guys. Appreciate
Thanks,
you
Jeff.
working with us.
Well,
No problem.
Tremendous.
Yeah. And hang around or leave.
I'm gonna leave. I have enough meetings in my life. Thanks again. Thank you.
All right.
I guess I'm paying for it.
Matt called up the company there, and there's several brush trucks there that looks like they've done. That's encouraging too, I mean, I'm not trying to boss Matt
No,
much.
I'm sure, I mean,
We can take a look.
but
It's just that I looked at their site and
yeah,
they have.
Basically
brush
it
trucks
right
on
here. Minus the dualies.
They just, yeah, I don't see one with
'Cause I don't
tires.
blame them a bit for wanting to get rid of the dualies. They're worthless out in the field. Right there's one. It's got the back in it.
looks like they have lots of experience.
That's an old truck. I think Jeff's done a good job of researching it.
He usually does some of these things that he does.
Okay, good deal.
Right there is what he's talking about. Probably a little bit bigger tires,
that's not,
but they're not.
that's not that. I mean,
Well,
I mean,
I'm sure
it's
they're-
bigger than a standard, but
Yeah,
that's not what I was led to believe. It was
It's
like
not
they
gonna be
were
a monster truck.
flotation tires on.
And they could be a little bit bigger now.
Well,
You'd
yeah,
have to
but
find
they're
out
not.
what size the rims.
Outside the monster truck.
Yeah, something like that is what I was led
Grave
to,
digger on
what I
side.
was led to believe by someone, so.
Fire buster, yeah, right.
Ah,
What else we got, Nick?
okay, time to go home. Oh,
Yeah,
no, no.
Matt, this is a check for the country clovers.
Oh, 4-H club, all right, cool. Great. I'll get that to them.
If you can, or somebody send me kind of a roster or, kind of a general information about what the club had done this past year,
I can do it for you.
I'll clip that too.
Usually they like to know the number of kids.
We'll take care of that.
No hurry, but as long as it gets
Yesterday.
cash by the end of the year.
Oh, they'll definitely take care of that.
Yeah. All right, and then, obviously, this is the adoption date today. We had, like what Jeff alluded to a moment ago, of the budget, went through that. Specifically, since Mr. Menon, Matthew, was not here last, 2 weeks ago.
Shame on him, so.
But we didn't change anything. There's no increases, no decreases. It just stayed as it was in 25. So 26 budget is the same. So salary wise, 4-H wise, rent wise, it's the same. I did not get anybody that concerned. You had a 10-day period of after the pre-hearing.
Nobody knows what's.
Yeah. So that was good. We sent, or the guys saw part of the budget deal, what was being spent, more itemized. Again, sorry, being small.
Any of these went out of whack or anything?
What did you ask me?
I just didn't see like anything. Air conditioning units or anything crazy.
No, not really. Now, so the budget,
So the clothing,
We really don't know what's gonna happen, right, till it goes to
well,
the state or what, I mean, if everybody else is, you hear the TV about the schools and everybody,
oh,
towns, and it's not gonna affect us probably. I mean, if it does, it does, I mean, it's
Yeah,
gonna affect
I
the
mean-
whole heck of a lot.
not everybody knows everything.
You pass the
What's
first
going on?
minute, you're fine.
So, okay.
Go on, so. I wouldn't worry about the time on the budget. We've done what we're legally supposed to do.
Worried about it, it's up to the state.
Right.
So,
And so the budget, again, is what, we have a total budget of 532,000. And that's, the general township assistance, general fire, and the CUME, the equipment fund, building equipment fund. Adds up to 532,000. And also we had 9,000 moved over to the rainy day fund. The ironic thing is, we moved 9,000 over to the rainy day fund, but then we gotta figure out, we don't want money saved in the rainy day fund for the capital improvements plan. So we gotta divvy that down.
so how much are we allowed in that?
For what?
The rainy day
yeah, I mean,
fund?
what's the, I mean, that's,
Uh,
is that the purpose of?
I think it's no more than 10% of the, general fund. Cause it comes from it's moved from the general fund. Now, I may stand corrected on that. But I know the last few years we've had 9,000. But before we get to the capital improvement plan, does anybody have questions about just our budget that we've been used to in the last several years.
No,
No, it's good.
no,
Okay, so if there's no questions, then I need, have,
You need a motion
motion
to
to
accept the
accept-
2024 budget,
no,
26.
2026.
Yeah,
Good. All right, motion to accept the 2026 budget as figured out by
okay.
the
And
trustee.
the resolution number for the,
hang on, slow down,
Yeah.
just 1 second.
for the, 26 budget
Okay, I'm ready.
is, 9-22-25
Oh, 20,
B, just today's date,
yes,
yeah,
25 what?
B
B.
as the budget,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's it?
yeah.
Matt Minnan seconded.
Just Strong third.
Yep.
Okay. So, in that case, I need you guys to sign. Sign two of them while you're at it, because I might spill coffee on one or something.
Don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Rob. I'm real confused if I put nay on one and I on the other.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. Now, for the capital improvement plan,
The fun part.
as the, started just July 1st. Well, it sounds kind of complicated, which it is, or it was, but the primary goal is, we gotta, again, this is only a plan, so it's not, to my knowledge, it's not going to restrict you to do anything particularly that would be called for,
That we have to
you
do.
have to rescind or go back and change things over. The primary, the two funds, rainy day and the general fund, are the two primary ones that are unrestricted. So that means, what do we do with the money that we have accumulated? So what shows here,
Not all of it, right? Just so much excess or something? Is that correct? Do I read it or not? Or what?
well,
Sort of?
they can use 30%. If we have anything left over, they can use 30% to road
Yes.
improvement.
Basically, it says the balance of unrestricted funds.
Well,
See
the
the
two,
township budget.
yeah, but then that's where, after the end of the period of time,
So the way I read it is basically we better zero out.
Yeah, but,
that's what we've done.
I mean, but
That's,
what's the purpose of having you have a rainy day fund in the budget, so you gotta make another fund? You know what I mean? It's just a statement. It just drives me.
Right, the
I
state,
mean,
they just don't want that the local townships, local governments have a bunch of money there.
no, I
we
understand.
don't
that's
have
the bottom
much,
line.
but,
Right, but there's probably some that do.
well, yeah, some to do, obviously.
So, okay, for example, rainy day fund as the end of 26, not 25, but the end of 26, what they're projecting, we'll have 41,100 you don't have to write that down yet.
Okay, well, no, I'm not.
$41,160. Then we say, okay, what's our estimated capital improvement? And again, projecting different things before I get ahead of myself. Our general township fund at the end of 26 is 108,948. Now, that's not a whole lot, just for, township, what we're working with here. Some places, they may have 400 or 500, 600,000. The fund, the fire protection, the general fire fund, again, just the general fund, we hope to have left only about $3,825. So most of that's going to be spent out. And then the
I didn't think we,
fire building and equipment fund will have $83,601. Well, at the end of 26, so what was done here, starting in 26, the rainy day fund, we put acquisition and improvement of machinery. They've got little windows you can pop up and, select. You want land improvement, building improvement, equipment, whatever. And just plug and play pretty much. So out of the rainy day fund, I put down hoses, additional equipment for grass truck, 3,000.
no.
Possibly. Now wait a minute.
Okay,
And 28, ladders, gear could be 5,000. 29 could be 5,000. 30 could be 5,000.
fire department already has their own funds for that.
Yeah, but we still.
Well, what about, okay, what if the wall falls out of the old school tonight?
That's
Okay,
what the rainy day is supposed to be.
That's my point, and we're gonna take all that.
yeah, but this can all be changed.
Well, I
It's
realize that, but
not
why can't we just put it towards that to begin with?
Well,
Because nobody else, let me guess, nobody else in the state of township and the state of Indiana has an old junk buildings.
I thought we were selling it.
I think they.
I heard somebody say knows it. Who's
Huh?
that?
How what?
Well, we'll talk about.
Yeah, I mean,
uh,
whatever,
what's
I
going
mean,
on
whatever
with
you guys wanna do is fine, I'll just.
That's
Yeah.
not how we originally set up.
So
They're
basically,
gonna take it irregardless.
Right, more than likely, if they want it.
Right now, our primary goal is all of the, again, the fire equipment. Even though they have a fire fund, but as you see,
That's never.
Why
been
is
the
the
rainy-
fire fund when we have stuff in the township that we own?
The rainy day fund was never, we set that up, there was never a purpose for his emergency use.
You're right.
Whether it was a family in need or,
that
was the rainy day.
it's flexible, yeah.
so are they basically saying we need to give it a earmarked name for something we might want to use it for in the near future? Is that what the purpose is?
You can go, they suggest up to 5 years, and that's what I did right here. 5 years,
So
and some may be 20 years.
Okay.
So how in the world do you know?
But you don't have to spend it on it.
No,
No,
You just have to say, this is what we
This is
intend
the
it
plan.
for.
This is what we
Something
like.
else comes up, we're gonna do this instead.
Well, if we lose 2 fire trucks in one fire,
yeah,
I mean,
that changes the plan dramatically.
yeah, so.
Okay.
That's good.
They just want us to have something that we visualize or what our next steps are.
They just don't want us to
Every
shove the money in a vault, lock the vault, and not think about the money.
That's right.
well, we're thinking about it, but I mean, we're trying to.
I think we've seen that.
And right now, for immediate, well, not immediate, but partly was the, fire truck. I was, because of that, well, that, so 2-3 years from now, 4 years, whether it's a building or something else, we may, like you said, we may have to put a new roof on. Hail comes, well, insurance would be part of that.
Emergency.
But
Put a roof on it.
emergency, yeah, I mean, we could have a bad tornado through here.
I may
It's all
have the
flexible.
wrong viewpoint on this, but after buying fire stations for Forest and Hillsburg, I don't think that Michigan Township needs to be funding fire trucks for the territory, unless all the other ones are gonna be putting their capital improvement plan towards the fire department. Because we're already getting taxed. I mean, it probably, like you said, and it doesn't probably matter what we write down as long as we get something done.
I still.
So you two decide, I'll keep my mouth.
No, we respect.
No, I'm
Jeff, we like
just
that.
too close. I'm just too close and hear too much about
It's good to hear your
The building,
perspective.
so,
It's good
you
for
know.
everybody's
Well,
perspective to hear it.
Oh, they want a building?
no, the old, I mean,
Oh, school.
the old school. I mean,
Well, can we dump it on Michigan Town? Do we want to?
Well, they don't even, can't decide right now whether they wanna put up a new town hall or what.
I thought they were, we gave them an opportunity to buy
We did.
and they turned it down?
Well, no, they haven't decided.
Oh,
They may be sitting on this capital improvement project issues, same as us, and being like, let's figure out what we're gonna do first, because let's be real, they've got a little bit more sitting.
they're also
aside.
spending money like drunken sailors are still on most, so.
And maybe that's why.
well,
I think still on. I don't care.
I've just like
So do you have a plan that we can, sort of?
well, this
So
is
you know
This
more
is for
about it
20
than we do.
this is for
I mean-
26, right?
26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
So
Next
5 years.
And just
And you see a lot changing and,
put some,
I mean,
put some numbers down
I
right
mean-
there. You
How
know,
do we know we don't have COVID?
Can I see that?
Or something similar?
well, I know.
Yeah, we
Well,
need.
then we have to do some, I mean, obviously it can be taken out and used for something else, I would
and
say.
the other thing is, what they're estimating is from the state that in 25,
How are we going from? So in 5 years, they're projecting that we're gonna have 40,000. Is that what you said?
No, they're projecting at the end of next year, we'll have 40,000.
How's that? We're not putting that much in it anyway.
We've been putting 9K back for at least 3 years that I can remember.
So there's 30,000 in the rainy
They
day.
really didn't put it back.
yeah, there's 31, 32 now.
So,
So, like in 25, we received 227,659 on the general fire and 92,000 on the building equipment fund. Well, then in 26, okay, they could, again, these figures came from DLGF. I mean, that's what came off the site. These figures, again, are estimated, what we had to put in, estimate. So, okay, I got 227K this year, well, 26. So, what the state's gonna do,
But we
like you
don't know
alluded
what
to,
they're
we
gonna
don't.
do tomorrow.
So we put down 200,000 property tax income, and then the CVET and FIT is 10,000. All right, and then 27 again was 200,000, and then 28 was 200,000. Excise, CVET, the 10,000. So that's all. It's just all estimate.
Basically, as long as you fill in the blanks and they're happy, that's all that matters.
They're just
We
wanting,
go from there.
they're just wanting a plan So that if the township does have extra money, but they wanna see if you're gonna use it wisely, or are you gonna have a plan to use that
Or you're
money?
just gonna
Or are
say,
you just gonna leave it set there? As long as you have a plan, I'm hoping that they are going to trust the
Right,
trustee
yeah,
and
right.
and the committee
Yeah.
to know that they are on top of knowing how to spend their
Well,
township
I
money,
think
is
Did you wanna
basically
see
what it is.
we've tried to do that, but
Basically, yeah.
I mean, that's.
And- The other thing is, we have a plan every year.
So we
I
gotta
mean,
do
that's
this,
what this whole
this is
meeting's
not gonna
about
be good
anyways.
for 5 years, or just
It just
adopt it next
add a-
year or
add a-
whatever. I mean,
Add the extra year, extra year, extra year.
So do we have to come up with a plan, projects set up for all 4 buckets or just 2, the general and the rainy day? Or do we have to also for the equipment, all 4?
But the fire funds are untouchable.
so you're taking,
Okay, so those, we still need a plan, but we're not gonna lose money from
No.
those. Well, that's good considering that, that's
Yeah,
so
4
you're,
townships bleeding into that, so.
but you're pulling out hoses and equipment out of the rainy day fund, and ladders and gear. And
Yeah.
that
Well,
I will
actually-
not vote on.
it's probably, on second thought, it's probably easier to explain to the state than being devil's advocate now.
And we are not,
After-
we are not held to this though.
No.
So we can make an adjustment at any time.
Yeah. The thing is,
I mean, I'm like you, I want to keep money back
But
for,
if, I understand, Matt, if we kept the 30 grand or actually 40 grand and we don't do anything with it, it's 30% of it's automatic.
Plan to do anything with it.
well, yeah, but if we put it down as for,
And I know that's
I mean, that's not, what would it cost to tear that place down?
flexible on
Would
that.
you have, I wouldn't have a freaking clue. I mean, it's probably not gonna happen, Walt.
Oh, yeah,
any of us
100,000, wouldn't
No.
For tear down.
Depends on if
it?
they're.
Haul away,
depends on if
tear
they're-
Haul it away or is it gonna hold?
Asbestos upstairs.
Oh,
Especially.
yeah.
I was gonna say, that could get
I-
expensive.
I don't have any, I mean,
80,000?
No. I would say you get the right guy in there. That's a problem. It's in a town.
When
If
they
it was out in the country, it'd be,
But when
30
we did
grand.
ours, we had to do, when IDEM was involved with ours, where we were, it had to be separated into 4 things.
Yeah,
And
you
it's
get them,
thousands
yeah.
of dollars.
you
Yeah.
get them, you are
Yeah.
talking 100.
yeah, 100,
I
yeah,
mean,
Because they had to separate the asbestos
I-
from the other stuff.
Right.
We
and
had
added
right.
it from the brick.
that's right. We did, didn't you? I
Yes, we
forgot
did.
about.
Yes, we did.
it all went probably to the dump.
We just dump the other stuff on top of you.
Mhm.
But I
And
don't know.
it's probably not gonna happen.
We'll work through this.
I mean,
It might be just worded different.
yeah, I think as long as Nick's put a plan together that the state,
Because
I mean,
all they want, because you gotta have a plan by the end of the month. And then we have, yay or nay, sign this.
because I need more
And I
money.
gotta submit it.
Oh, sorry.
Do you want to spend some of the money
No.
on the old schoolhouse?
No, not right now.
I mean,
I
as
mean,
a-
They need to figure out what's going on with any of it before, in my
Well,
opinion.
they're not. They're just,
Well, let them figure it out, and then I don't see that as a good investment right now. I'm not,
no, I agree. I
mean,
think it's as fixed up as it.
well, I mean,
Decent shape as it-
structurally it's sound, right?
I
Right.
think so.
Okay.
It's gotta be.
I'd hope.
I mean,
You get in the foundation and that kind of stuff, and I'd let them figure it out at first, and then, I mean, if we have to, we'll help, of course, but. And it might be a deal where, oh,
maybe you do spend some of that extra money and hire somebody to come in and see how structurally sound that is and see what it would take to, you know. you
Not
could
now.
say that
That's
out there.
Big old king.
But I thought Nick thought it was wiser to send it towards,
Well, we got it written down, that's what we're doing. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what.
Yeah.
yes,
No.
you can change it.
I think you can probably sell it to the state more likely that, oh, we got
Yeah,
stuff we need to buy for the fire department.
it's an old building that nobody can get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, very good, sir.
Well,
Hang in there, you'll get through
You
it.
did,
Next year will be way
good
easier.
job.
He has spent several hours.
You can tell it.
You could see that that's what.
Good
they're
job.
There for the fire and you gotta.
So,
after.
how do we wanna word this here, sir? After long discussion.
Just after the CIP was approved.
No, I would say about the discussion, because it's good that
Well,
they
yeah, after
discussed.
discussion,
Yeah, what they discussed, because it was good to hear what they all
you know,
were
Well,
thinking.
hey,
and if you want
you
to
know,
go down
it's
something
nice they just throw this stuff out at the last minute and say,
specific, it's- you
get her done.
interject that.
Well, last time too, Matt, we were talking about the baseball diamond, and it's all going around in the circle, where it's the old building or the baseball
Right.
diamond, or that nobody knows to seem to know where and how to spend that money, where it would be wise. So,
Well-
but we still need to brainstorm all these things. We're responsible for them. If you don't wanna use that as a
Well,
plan towards.
from what and I don't know a
Oh,
whole lot. What I understand about the baseball diamond is we're dealing with restrooms, there's upset people.
Well, the worst part is the restrooms of the town.
Right. So I
That's the
don't
worst
feel like we need to build, we get no income off of it. So why, I mean, I don't know, we need to look at, I wouldn't want my kids and my family going to a porta potty, I'm sorry, but,
Well, I know, but
um,
We do have money in the township that goes to the ball diamonds.
Right.
If
Oh, yeah,
they
it's-
come and get it.
I mean,
yes, and let them, they kind of dug their own hole on that one.
but it also,
Wanted to hear what you guys thought about.
I'm all for kids,
I
no
mean,
matter what, but there's always been
depends
kind of
who's, depends who's in charge and it goes up and down. I mean, my experience, but I mean, that's not,
I think,
still need to.
I think it's more stable, I don't know who's. still
No,
involved,
top
but
pelling,
Still, okay.
yeah,
It's pretty stable right now.
yeah.
They've managed a lot without our help. The bathroom issue I know is an issue, but if you build a bathroom, you have a bunch of kids go through and tear up the plumbing and plug it and all that stuff, it's a little less, it's harder to spend money on something that,
Heck if you do and heck if you don't.
yeah, and Kirkland's already shut theirs down.
Yeah, they come
So-
up here.
So, I mean, I like baseball. I love watching it. I like playing it. I don't like watching it, but, and I want that to keep going because there's a lot of kids, youth that like to play baseball. So, but I'm not going to spend $200,000 on a toilet.
No, not right now.
Maybe we can open up the schoolhouse and
Actually, we
Those
own
aren't
a
like-
lot of property on that lot.
but you can't have something that everybody tears up. I mean, if we had a bunch of fire stations that were tearing equipment up, we're not gonna spend the money. So
Right.
you need a motion.
I moved, somebody second.
I'll second.
Second.
Nothing there. Just put that.
All in favor of approving the capital improvement plan, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay,
You need signature.
yeah.
Sorry, I made it harder than what it needed to be.
Well, we
It's
expect that,
fine.
Jeff.
You're-
Jeff.
no.
That's a great thing.
I have my pet peeves on what the rainy day fund.
Yeah.
When I first set it up.
Well, I know, it's like I stated earlier, it's like we put money in it and then we need to spend it.
Yeah, that's kind of, like,
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
how.
like having an emergency savings. Well, that'd be too fiscal responsible. Oh, sorry.
well, I'm sure next year we'll know.
Oh, yeah, it'll completely,
Yeah, I don't know.
it'll completely change, I bet.
More answers.
It will completely change.
Is that all you got on the table?
I think that's pretty much all I got. We'll, I'll just say, good ones,
Mm-hmm.
No?
no.
What?
I don't know nothing about no.
What?
The cemetery at the end of the road,
Yeah.
he called me and says, well, Nick, maybe, a couple of years, I might need help on that cemetery. So,
Where was he at when we tried to call him 10 times?
I know. I said, well, they have a meeting in December. I said, you
Well, where's
want
their,
to come to a meeting?
Where's their association with these?
I don't know.
He called about 5 years ago too.
We remember.
Yeah,
I invited him at least twice, and he had a conflict or something, but
Well, that happens.
he called me and asked, says, well, his fund, it costs about $8,000 a year to mow that. And his funds are about $8,000 or something. So he said, I'm not gonna have much left. And so I just wanted you to know,
So what, so
Did you let him know that he has way more money than we have?
who's mowing
Here,
yourself up?
yeah. Anyway,
He does it.
yeah, he does a good
Yeah.
I
job.
mean, it's pretty reasonable, I think.
I wouldn't mow it.
That takes a lot of work,
He's got his,
a lot of
he's
time.
got his grandchildren helping now.
You say, I see
The kids
Tom
are
and
just now-
Joni
Yeah, a
and-
lot of them.
All kinds of people out there.
I mean,
Yeah.
when it's springtime and the rains come,
Yeah, I'm not-
they're out there hustling.
Yeah, they are.
So, anyway,
Well, are we gonna get a percentage off anything?
I don't know. I don't know.
Doesn't sound like there's much income. for me.
They'll bury you for free, Matt.
What the royalties are for burial, I have no idea.
I don't know either.
But Bill may be here, I'll invite,
Come talk to
Big
us.
old headstone, everything.
but that'll be in December.
So next year, we may have to change part of that to cemetery
Yeah.
or something.
That's actually, yeah, that's true.
Cemetery
You
fund.
got it.
And 9K we just slid over.
Well, I don't know, guys,
Right
but if
out.
we're done, I'm gonna motion to adjourn.
All right, all in
I'll
favor?
say
Aye.
that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion, meeting's adjourned.
I forgot, I tried to
Thank
find
you.
this last month or the other day. You happened to talk about Larry? That's one of his stumps that he did.
Oh my. Were you there helping him get it out of there?
Plus, I was working with Jeff Moore that day when he came to the house.
So we had trouble up here to.
No, I'll show you. Larry was